We are live. Okay, we will wait for people to come in. If you're here, just let me know in the chat by saying hello. If you are here, let me know in the chat by saying hello. Once people start chatting, we'll get started with today's Friday YouTube live. So, yes, and just for information, Friday YouTube Live. So, we have YouTube Live on one Friday and IG Live, Instagram Live on the next Friday. And then after that, again, YouTube. After that, again, Instagram. And it always happens at 6:30. But today, because I had a dental appointment, I had to push it. So, today we're having it at 9 o'clock. So, if you're here, just let me know in the chat. And yes, Nehal says finally. Lovely to see you, Nihal. Hope you're doing good. Those who are coming in, just type hello, so I know you all are in here, and then we can start today's Q&A. I know it got late because I had a dental thing, and then I had to do vibe shift class, and so now at 9 I'm here with you guys finally. I want to keep the streak going. I want to. My team was saying, okay, we'll just reschedule for next Friday, and I said no, I want to do it because I'm in the momentum now. I don't want to break the momentum. So super nice to see Ash, Shravani, Yeshinili. Lovely to see you guys. While you all are typing, Davinder, please also tell me what was the highlight of your day today. So before we just start, coaching and answering questions, let's connect and just type in the chat. What was the highlight of your day today? What was the best thing that happened to you today? Let me know. I'll read it out in the chat. Ash says, was excited to see you. I'm so glad. I'm excited to see you too. How beautiful it is that all of our souls can connect here together to experience something magical. It's wonderful. Thank you, Shreya. We will take questions soon. You have questions that you guys have already submitted, and I'll take one or so from the chat. So hold your questions so that they don't get lost in the chat. Okay, super. Lot of marriage, life partner, all of those things that are coming up here. That is, and so many about marriage. Marriage is not my forte, but it is something that I have coached on, and I have so much to say. And I was talking about this even on last IG live. You may want to check out the last IG replay. I was talking about marriage there as well, but we'll come back to this because even last time we got so many questions and the answer is always the same. Okay, let's see. What has been the highlight of the day? Uh, you guys need to first answer that question before I can answer your question. It's like 80. I'm not like this ATM, like poop, give me answer. No, we're connecting here. Okay, so let's connect first and then I'll answer. Okay, so highlight of the day, people are still typing it in. Okay, so before you all ask your questions, still would like to connect with you guys. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So now that you guys are here, okay, Shreya says highlight of the day was my mom cooked me kaju curry. Oh, I didn't know that there was a kaju curry as well. I should check that out. Super. What else was the highlight of your day? I'd like to hear that uh, first before I answer the questions. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're getting more questions and highlights, but the chat takes time for it to load. So, yeah. Okay, all right. So, let's get started with some of the questions. And since a lot of people were asking about marriage, there is things you need to know after you get married to make your married life happy and healthy. And some of those questions we're going to take today is going to be related to that as well. Okay, cool, super. Shweta says, I went to the salon today to pamper myself. I'm so glad. It's a fantastic thing to do, right? Reconnect with yourself. Well done. So we'll start taking our questions from the submitted list, and then we will take questions from the chat. Shreya says, I ate dhokla. That's so amazing. Cool. Okay. So let us start. Let us start. Okay. So a lot of people are typing in their highlights of the day now. So we're beginning with the first question. So always remember, take your notebook and pen ready to take your notes. Number two, I am here to share in a way that will apply to all of you. So even if it's a question that you did not submit, keep your eyes and ears open because you're going to still need this knowledge at some point in your life. So it does apply to you anyway. So keep your eyes and ears open, and take your notebook, get ready. Okay, super, 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 super. Okay, good job. Now I'm seeing all of your highlight of the day. Okay, so we now that you have your notebooks ready, you have your pen ready, you have your ears and eyes are open. Let's start off with the first submitted question for today. Okay, so I'll take the questions that take less time to answer first, and then go for the long form questions. So the first question is related to divine timing. So the questioner says, "How to know whether this desire I should just leave it to the divine timing. Okay, whether the desire is for relationship or marriage or money or health. How do I know I just need to leave it to the divine timing and I don't need to do anything further in terms of healing or alignment? How do I know? It's just now just about letting it go. So the answer to that is very simple. It is in how you feel about that desire. So if you think of that desire and you feel like this is so natural for me to have, this is my destiny, it's the next logical step. I know for a fact that this is normal for me. I don't even have to think about it anymore. I know it is in my knowing, it's in my being that this is what's going to happen to me anyway. I cannot imagine a life different to this is my conviction. When you're at that point, then you surrender it over to the divine and you don't have to do anything else. But if you're in an opposing point where you're still not ready, I put this in my webinar today, you're still not actually ready for the desire. Let's take the marriage example, since so many people are interested in manifesting marriage. Take this example. Let's say you want to go for this beautiful party, amazing party. You want to go so much, but you're still in your pajamas. You don't have your makeup on. Your hair is a mess. Car has come to pick you up. It's honking. It's at the door. Pa, 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 pam, pam. It's right outside the door. But you're in your pajamas. You're not ready. You want to go for the party, but you're not ready. Even if the car is standing right outside, you're not going to jump into the car to go for the party. But when you're fully ready and you're excited for that experience, you want to go for that party. When the car comes, you come out of the house and you get into the car and you go for the party. Now, what does it mean when you say you're not ready? So I'll give the marriage example, since we had a lot of people asking about marriage. Now, again, my field is healing, self love, mindfulness. That is my field. But marriage is a very common topic. So I'm going to take this example. A lot of people are not ready for marriage for many reasons. Number one, they're not ready because they have belief issues around themselves. Who will choose me? I have this skin, I have this history, I have these kind of parents, I have this. That is one part of them that's not ready. Another part of them is fear. They are not ready because they have some sort of fear that, hey, my what if my in-laws suck? What if I have to move away from my parents and then something happens to my parents and I'm in a different city? What am I going to do? Or what if I go get into the marriage and then that person turns out to be completely different, and then I'm suffering. So that part of them is not ready for that marriage. So this is called being misaligned. But when all parts of you are ready, you know that I am deserving, I'm beautiful, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. I'm a catch. Anyone who's going to be with me is going to have to match my amazingness because I know how amazing I am. I'm fully ready. I believe that whatever comes my path is going to be good for me. That when I get into this marriage, it's going to be a fantastic, beautiful journey with them and my in-laws, and I'm fully ready. And if I have to be 300 miles away from my family, I know that we can catch up with each other. We'll be fine. I can always fly back at any point if they need me. I'm ready. Then, when you're ready, then the car is outside only. Car is never, the moment you asked for the car to come for the party, the car came. The universe doesn't delay because it's deciding whether to give you this or not. The universe has given it. Now we have to be ready to receive it. It's an instant thing. Vibrationally, when you're there in that experience of whatever desire, it's there. It's an instant thing. It's created in your mind first. There are two creations, right? One in the vortex and then one in the real life. So the moment you asked, it's in the vortex. Now, as it's arranging itself, you have to stay in this really good energy space of getting excited for it instead of being in a state of constantly checking score and seeing car is not here, car is not here, party is starting, but car is not here. Party started 20 years ago. What am I doing? My God, I'm wasting my time. That's another big one that people are not ready for is somehow they've connected love with age. They've connected, oh, they have so many, because I worked with 30,000 people. I've heard every let's say every part of them that's not ready for marriage, even though they're dying and they'll kill somebody to get married, but they don't realize how not ready they are to receive their manifestation. I've heard A to Z of all those different ones. So you need to look at yourself in the mirror and see, hey, what is it that is not ready in me to receive? And one of the things that's not ready is a part of you that's impatient, the part of you that doesn't have patience to receive something because it doesn't believe you can have it, because you don't believe you're worthy and you don't believe you can have it. You're dying to hitch on to somebody. You're dying to get married because you're like, better get married before the universe notices that I'm not worthy, so I better get married immediately. But if you know for a fact you're worthy, and you know for a fact that you know for a fact it's your destiny, you will be flowing with it. You wouldn't be worrying about timing because you know it's going to happen anyway. So the fact that you don't believe it's possible, you don't believe you're worthy, or you have fears or whatever, that means you're not ready. You're still in your pajamas. Get ready. Then car will be there. It's always there. There's so many people looking for people like you. Look for your misalignments, shift them, and get back into alignment, and then you'll be feeling super ready. Then you'll be able to go for that party and enjoy yourself in the marriage or in that health or in that money or whatever it is. So if that answered your questions related to XYZ desires, if that answered your question, or if it was valuable to you, just type valuable in the chat. Okay. All right. Okay, let's so that goes for marriage, exam, health, money, relationships. It's the same thing. You have alignment. I'm fully dressed and ready to go for the party. I'm ready. I'm ready, meaning all parts of me know for a fact that I'm going for this party and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. And then you have, I'm not actually ready and I didn't even know that I was in my pajamas. It's just something was telling me I'm not. It's not here. It's you're just not in the right space, right? Okay, valuable. Good. Okay, so let's take the next one. Let's take another question. Okay, hold on. My stream is still going. Yes. Okay, let's take another question. And this one is related to uh, money. Okay, so let's take this one because a lot of people had asked this question: how to get rid of financial debt and how to identify my money blocks. So, again, this is a question that applies to a lot of people. So, let's jump in. Firstly, if you're trying to get rid of something, this is, how do I, this is as a coach, worked with 30,000 people. All 30,000 people have come to me with the question, how do I get rid of something? How do I get rid of this? The problem is if you're focusing on getting rid of something, your focus is on the problem. So you don't focus on getting rid of debt, you focus on creating overflow. If you keep focusing on what you want to get rid of, how do I get rid of my anxiety, how do I get rid of my depression, how do I get rid of my abusive relationship, how do I get rid of my low self-esteem, if you're focusing on this, you're basically like putting fuel into fire, and it's just going bish, 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 and nothing is happening. So a great way is to create what's on the other side. So instead of looking at how do I overcome debt, look at how can I create an overflow of abundance in my life, fresh new abundance. If you open, there's a whole universe of money and ahead of you. Money is always raining, so is every other desire. It's always raining. You are just not running free in the rain. You are holding an umbrella and wondering, why am I not getting this, why everyone else is getting, why am I not? So we'll talk about money blocks and what the umbrella is in a moment. But just remember, instead of focusing on getting rid of something, focus on growing the opposite of that. So instead of focusing on getting rid of debt, grow abundance, grow overflow. I use the word overflow. You can use the word abundance, whatever. So how do we do that? Let's start with that question. So to tap into overflow of money, you need to have a good relationship with money. I have 1,000 courses, but okay, I have 54 courses, but there are courses that are free and there are courses that are like 100 rupees, 200, 400, 500 rupees that teach you this. okay, practical of doing this. You can jump into that. I also have a 2 lakh course. I also have a 50,000 course that do this. Whatever is at the level that you feel you can afford. You don't have to study my courses, but this answer is there. I have 900, 1,000 videos on similar topics. So techniques are there, tools are there. So start practicing them. But the game here is not techniques and tools. The game here is your relationship with money. Your relationship with money and your self-esteem in relation to money. So if you're asking for a great deal of money, but you see yourself as not equal to the money. So when you think of money or whatever the desire is, exam, success, career, and if it's up here and you are down here, you're not equal. It's like the same analogy we talk about. If you want to exchange your Indian rupees for a dollar, you have to look at the exchange rate and you have to give exactly that much Indian rupees in order to get that dollar. But if you only have 20 rupees, but you want a dollar and you're crying, I want dollar, how to get dollar, but you are only giving 20 rupees, that's not the energy of exchange. It's not connected. So it's the same thing with your self image and money. If you can elevate your self image to see yourself as worthy, to see yourself that you can achieve it, to give yourself reasons why you achieved it, to start surrounding yourself with evidence of people like you who attracted money, to start writing love letters to money, to start appreciating the flow of money. You are here, you're in this energy, you're in abundance energy. I'm abundant because I've so much, throughout my life, money has flowed in XYZ ways. I appreciate the money that has come. I appreciate what money does in the world. So much good comes out of money. So now I'm here, I'm in connection with money. I'm loving money. I'm seeing myself as worthy of it. I'm seeing myself as much bigger than the amount I'm asking for. For somebody, this was my story. Before I had any money in my bank account, in my head, I was such a money giant. I call it money giant. I was so in that image of that lady. I was wearing white. I was looking at the almara, now Croatian words are coming back. The mirror. I was looking at the mirror. I was seeing myself, talking to myself, so proud of all that we have done. Looking at the house around me, looking outside and seeing a couple of these cars, writing a check for a charity for $1 million and feeling so proud. So I'd become that person in my head before the money started coming in. So your self esteem is a big part of the money that you're matching. It's the same thing I said about the analogy I spoke about, the getting ready, right? So the car has come to take you to that party, the $1 million party, right, where you lots of money is raining upon you. Money is always raining. Remember, you have to tap into it. You want to go for that party, the car is ready, it's honking, it's outside, but you're in your pajamas. So why are you in your pajamas? Because you have certain money blocks. I have a there is a class that I taken called the Money Energy Code. It was given for free to everybody. I don't know if you ever came across that, but now I think it's 100 rupees or something rupees. You can go check it out. I'll ask my team, if you're here, can you just post the Money Energy Code link here in the chat so they can just go through it? So that code has the exact teaching of how to build this, but it also has a quiz. And that quiz has 21 questions or something like that. I think in that class I must have put 13 or so questions that show you exactly where your blocks are with money. It shows you the exact to the T what is your specific block. It shows you through that quiz. So go take it. I don't know whether it's 100 rupees or free or something. Just take that quiz. It'll show you exactly where the blocks are. But I'll give you a couple of examples of what kind of blocks you could have with money. For example, I'll give you few that pop up in my head. A very strong block that blocks money is the way you spend. When you spend with a very pinched off energy, very negative mindset, you spend from that mindset. It's like you that way in which you spent it itself with that, oh, I don't have it. Law of attraction keeps putting you back in that state of I don't have. So money must be spent what you can afford. Whenever you can spend it openly, because then it's a circulation. So remember, blood is circulating in my hand. If I hold it like this, I don't have enough. I mean, people who just they have money also, but they'll just be stingy. They won't openly spend. They won't. Everything has to be, raised to the bottom. Like, how can I get the most discount? How can I? So you're closing yourself from spending or openly letting money go out. It's like holding the my blood circulation. So when I'm holding my blood circulation, what will happen is my hand will eventually die because there'll be no circulation. Okay, it'll be a dead hand. This is the same thing in money. Money is a currency, it's always in circulation. So when you circulate money with an open energy, it's a current, it will come back to you. When you give money from a place of pleasing people, feeling like hopefully they will help me when I am down, now you're already holding your hand like this. It's a negative vibration. So many. So another money block is the thing you do for money. I had a client who was selling cigarettes in her pump, and she wasn't making money. And why? Because she knew that every time she was selling a cigarette to somebody, she was harming their health indirectly. So she was subconsciously blocking herself from getting more customers because what she was selling was not in alignment with her value system. That's another money block. So there are so many money blocks. Go take that quiz. If there's another, I'll give you one more money block. The strongest money block is feeling not worthy, that it's not normal for me to have it. I want it, but it's not normal for me to have it. So you have to build your worthiness around money. There's so many. So you can check out that there because it's there. It's 100 rupees. You don't need, or something. I think it's probably less than that also. I don't even know how much it is. Just go get it. Okay, it has the full quiz in it. Okay, we'll take one more question. So we took a lot about money. We spoke about. So now let's take a question that is finally a question that I would really really love to dive deep into. So this one is, this person says, how to deal with a partner who is not able to realize his mistakes and doesn't realize how his words affect me, his partner, and makes me feel bad and unworthy. So, how do you deal with a partner who doesn't seem to understand their mistakes and keeps saying things that keeps hurting your self-image and making you feel bad and unworthy? So now we are in my realm. So my realm, we are finally here. So all the manifestation is a fantastic thing, but this is what we live with every day to make everyday life better. We need to learn how to deal with people, right? And how they talk to us and what they do and say. So now I get to be in my element here. So, for those who are looking to get married, better learn these things about marriage before you get into one, because once you're in marriage, you're dealing with a whole other human being with a totally different map and conditioning. And if you don't know this stuff, you're going to learn it in your marriage the harder way. So, learn it now. So, keep your eyes open. Already, you know that you're going to manifest marriage, you know it's your destiny. So, listen openly to this. Okay. So, number one, how do you deal with someone who doesn't realize their mistakes and their words affect you and make you feel bad and unworthy? So, let's start here. Number one, so there are two parts of this. The first part is you, and the second part is that person, whether it's a husband, wife, cousin, brother, sister, doesn't matter. It's you and this person who's saying things that are hurting you and making you feel unworthy. So there are two people. Okay, now we need to deal with, what can we control? Ourselves, right? So we need to start dealing with things here. So firstly, when there is a victimizer, there is always a victim. Okay, some part of your identity is already feeling not good enough and small and unworthy. Whenever there is somebody who is overpowering you, dominating you, there's a self esteem issue. Somewhere inside, you've naturally felt not good enough in some form. It doesn't have to be overall, I feel like crap. Some part of me does not feel worthy. Some part of me does not feel good. Some part of me feels powerless. Some part of me feels a victim. Some part of me doesn't has not forgiven people in the past. Some part of me feels like I'm smaller and powerless and less than, and there's something here. So because we are in a vibrational reality, something here has to match something here, okay, to come back to this. So easier way to say that is, because we feel unworthy, we match people that keep making us feel unworthy. So if this is what we do with our courses in HealyFest. Today I finished the HealyFest webinar, and the webinar alone, okay, we have 300 success stories of this program, all on this. Husband changed, in-laws changed, people changed, everyone here changed from being total brutal horrible people There are no horrible people, but that's the version of them that was coming up in this person's reality. But then this person decided to change, and all of these guys changed and started treating them well. 300 success stories in HealyFest based on what I'm telling you right now. So now the work is not done with this person. Okay, they are allowed to say whatever they want to say. Give them the luxury of being themselves. Let them say all that they need to say. Now what she needs to do is very simple. The moment she gets hurt, she needs to get inside the body and observe where that pain is showing up in the body. We call this pain body meditation. When she observes that the pain in her body, she'll feel it in her throat like a choking sensation, or in her chest as a heaviness, maybe a lump, like maybe there's a lot of anxiety in her stomach. She's hugging that, she's observing it, she's breathing through it. This is part of our mindfulness work. And she comes to a state of peace. So he can say whatever he wants. Every time he does that and it hurts her, she keeps reducing the intensity of the pain that she feels to the point that she's at peace regardless of what he says. Number two, what she would do is she would change her own self, a definition of herself. So, what that means is she would see herself in such a good light. This takes time and practice. That's why in HealyFest we did this for 5 months of every day discovering the beauty inside through self appreciation. Every day she would see how she was worthy, how she was beautiful, how she is this divine soul, beautiful soul, and strengthen that belief that whatever he said, firstly, you will not match because you are on a different energy. You will match them differently. They will not come and say stuff like that until you drop back in energy, then fatang, it's like it's a total match. But as you're maintaining that higher sense of self, their energy will begin to change. It sounds like magic. It's not magic, it's momentum. But again, we have 300 success stories to prove this. Come for the mindfulness, sorry, the HealyFest webinar when it comes live. We've always hit the ball out of the park with all our webinars, but this one is the best one I've ever created. I don't have a date yet. I will tell you the date, but keep your ears and eyes open when I launch the webinar. It's for free. So I'll show you those case studies and we'll listen to their stories. We'll hear their videos. We'll see exactly what they did, where their husbands changed and their in-laws changed and their sisters changed. And I have video evidence. I have text, everything. We have all of that in one webinar. So come when that gets launched, please attend it. And it's free. So it's all there. So she would start seeing herself in a different light, so that what she's matching is not the same because she's up here now. That is number one. But secondly, when you have a stronger self definition, you're not defined by somebody else's words about you. You're defined by your own words about you. When your belief about yourself changes and it is so strong, whatever the other person says, you will be able to witness that without it hitting you because your belief is very strong, very different. I'll give you an example here. So I have a belief that I'm very good at skills. If I learn something, if I learn how to do something, I will master it. I'll do phenomenally at it. That is my belief system. So I have a belief that I'm very, very capable of doing anything that I put my mind to. Now I have built this belief over time. I've looked at evidence. I have affirmed it. I have kept building that evidence. So in my head, I believe I can master any skill. Now, one day I was watering one plant and I told my husband that, hey, I was watering this plant. And he looked at me and he's like, you watering plant? You don't even know how to do this. You can't do this. So I smiled at him and I said, yeah, maybe that's what you think, but I know that I can master any skill. So if I had a low self esteem and I felt I was unworthy or broken, when he said that, I would have immediately crashed into, oh my God, this person never supports me. I'm so cursed. And why am I like this? And I could have gone down. But that's not my truth at all. It's like someone saying, hey, your pink hair sucks. You don't have pink hair. So you don't take it personally because you know that I have black hair. I know what they're talking about. So your truth is different. So when she's self-defined, whatever he says is just falls off, and she won't match that kind of energy. But then it'll keep falling off to the point where she's not really affected. Then she can start producing better emotions about this guy. We have a whole program called Relationship Makeover Magic, which was like a 5-day course. It was just a simple 5-day course where it taught the practice of all of this. She then starts producing better emotions about him. So again, her vibration is a different vortex. Then the aspect of him that he will bring out, sorry, the aspect of him that she will bring out will be very, very different. So each person has a light and a dark. When you're in this victim consciousness, not good enough, you bring out that person's inner bully. We all have an inner bully, right? When you're in a high vibration, you bring out that person's angelic side, and we all have an angelic side. Even that insane mother-in-law has an angelic side. It's what where you vibrate that you bring out which side matches your particular vibration that you're holding. Okay, so I think that's a good moment to end for the day. So please tell me if you learned something from my sharing, if you got some guidance. If you did, just type valuable, just so I have an idea. How can I get my money back from oh my god, so much, so easy. Focus on new money. When you focus on new money, it will come from all sources. Your relatives, wherever it was stuck from, will keep coming because your focus is on new abundance, new fresh abundance. One of the strongest success stories we've gotten, or the largest number or concentration of success stories we got in AA, Abundance Accelerator, which is our strongest money course, was people who got their stuck money back, where it was stuck with a relative or a friend or at a property deal, and they got it back because they weren't running behind these guys trying to get it. They were focused on that fresh new abundance, and then because they're in abundance consciousness, it kept coming from all these stuck sources back to them. Okay. All right. So with that, I am going to leave for the day. Please submit your questions. So now the next live will happen on IG, Instagram. So in the description of this video, I've put my Instagram link. So it'll happen on Friday, 6:30 p.m. On the upcoming Friday. So you can go to Instagram and then DM me the questions that you want for that IG live. And for YouTube live, if you want to just see me on YouTube, I will come on the Friday after at 6:30. Now that Friday after, if you want to submit questions for that, you can just comment on this video, and my team will put it in a document, and then we can deal with it on that day. Okay. So I hope you've understood that all the answers that I've given you affect all the questions you've already asked. Now the thing is, the difference between learning something and actually experiencing the magic of it is and actually practicing it. Okay. So now you have a chance to actually look into this and see how you can apply it yourself. If you want to learn how to apply it with us, you have lots of options. Like I said, we have live courses, we have digital courses, we have a balance of both. But we have one course called Vibe Shift, which happens every day, Monday through Friday. This is a vibe shifting process. So every day we do certain exercises that shift our energy. So people who are crashed down can slowly build their vibration back up. Every day we do something magical for 20 minutes. If that's something for you, that link is also in my description. My team will put it in the chat. You can join that. We have sessions every Monday through Friday, 7 to 7:20 p.m. with replays available. It's a subscription program, so you can subscribe for 30 days, and then after that you want to continue, you can. If you don't want to continue, you can cancel. But the awesome part about Vibe Shift is the preciousness of this program. Apart from the powerful teachings and the exercises and the meditations, we have woo dance, we have success stories. Apart from all of that, is we are one of the few people in the industry who have a subscription service where majority of people who joined for the first 30 days also continued their subscription for the next 30 days. It's a very rare thing, and our program has that quality. So you can bet your top dollar that it's a phenomenal program, and come. It's anyone can afford it. So that was that. Okay, so I love you. I look forward to seeing you on next Friday on the next live, and keep growing. You guys are doing phenomenal. See you guys. Namaste. See you.